Good morning. Today is June 8th, 2019, and that's not working. Today we are going to do something a little different. We are testing a theory as to where the Five Bogs 2 go when the season for the summer season begins a little bit more in earnest. One potential theory being that they go into the river system that is a little bit north of there. And that's what we're going to be doing today, is exploring a little bit of that. So we're going to hit the trail and get going and hopefully have some luck. So that's the plan. Much lesser used trail system. It's basically, I've changed my game plan a little bit today. I am going to be, I forewent hiking boots in favor of water shoes, mainly just because this trail system will involve, although it doesn't seem like it right now, a fair amount of wading through a river system. So that is part of the deal in going in here, is that necessary evil. I've already forgotten 2 cameras that they're the ones I use that always have that irritating 1970s timestamp on. I had finally figured out how to turn that off, or so I thought, so I was hoping to test that. But they're back at the car, and you're burning daylight, so we're not. Sorry. My system is already having an issue. And we're back.
Bear with me one sec.
Yeah, so we kind of have a loose agenda today to explore this area, looking for sign and activity. And we'll check the river system, as it is a water source. That is basically our key research motif, is if it's alive and flesh and blood and all that, it's got to drink. So we'll do that and see where the day brings us. So I'm stumbling through undergrowth. But yeah, we're changing it up a little bit today, and part of what we'll look at it when we get on the way back, if I get, is this. And there's a wetland over that way. We'll check out it during the course of the day too, once we're done looking a little bit further north. But one thing at a time. Part of this is a pain though, because it's, like I said, there's no chance of not getting your feet wet, so I've embraced that today and taken on a methodology that just kind of runs with that idea, because you're not going to avoid it. I'm just getting irritated because there's all these trees down across the path, making getting through here a pain. But Okay, so how are we going to get through this loveliness? I'm going to go around it. God dang it. I need to, better mitigate. This is proving more difficult than expected. Muddier and all that. So, sorry. The forest is resisting me. This is frustrating. And getting more frustrating because you just can't easily get through here. So, all right. Burn some calories too, but even though this doesn't seem like a bushwhack, it's proven that way. That's my other theory for them potentially going this way, is it is such a pain in the butt getting in here. Not a lot of people do it, if any, so that is kind of the reality of it. And this isn't the easiest going. It's also kind of a back way into the Five Bogs, if you don't mind the journey, son of a bitch. But it's a pain. This trail is a pain in the ass. If we're being, blunt. Son of a, you know what? We're just gonna, hell with it. Hell with it. Go up the middle. The rocky stream bed is apparently the path of least bleeping resistance. So, as I stumble clumsily through this alleged path, yeah. Maybe that'll make that better. Okay, so I think if I remember right, this is where the trail gets a little more likable, if you want to call this a trail. But it is a pain in the ass getting through here. So enjoy my torment as I get through here. Not much, or for all I know, it may not even look like. The entire trail is very loose and rocky, and therefore, and there's a lot of trees across the trail, so this is a pain to walk through. It does eventually get better, but the first portion, frankly, sucks. second crossing. So the fun is, do I dare do this with the camera in hand and risk it going for a swim and frying? This is what we're looking at. So, with a little bit of strategy, I have to kind of figure the least challenging way across. I guess we're risking the camera, because so this might not be. I'm kind of fighting the current here. Okay, that was chilly. Figure it'd take a good 5 feet for 5 minutes for my feet to get feeling back. That water is, to say the least, cold. So I think that is the second one if we choose to limit it there, but so far the strategy is paying off. Let me actually okay. Yeah, it was cold, but we are passing through a meadow. This basically. And again, I brought the drone, wasn't really sure where in here you'd have a chance to launch. This isn't looking bad though, at least for a pop-up as we head back. But we'll deal with that when we do. My feet are like numb. It's all great that I took my time and was careful with that, but that water is chilly. Getting a little bored with picking spider webs out of my face too. But anyway, now we're in this. I killed a deer fly. So yeah, if we decide to do some bushwhacking, this is thick eye poker stuff, and I already see more damn trees in the way across the path. But I was not wrong. I was joking about 5 minutes to get the feeling back in my feet. I don't think I'm wrong. That it shouldn't be underestimated how cold that water was. cold running water, and you're kind of fighting against the current too, so it's not the easiest going. But that's kind of the price for doing this, though. So far, just a rambling me going through a trail and whining about the nature of the terrain, but it is what it is. And there have been people that yell at me for saying that too much too, so. But we are I guess we're into the easier initial part of that trail. I realize I just jinxed very rocky, and that one crossing is a little tricky. That water is cold. My apologies for the repetition on that, but it quite literally is. So just trying to get my bearings real quick. For those of you that hear a rattling, that is basically my bear mace on a carabiner. So, interestingly, there's a side trail that goes way up into that stuff. Once we explore a little further this way, we might go up there and look up and see what's up there. But it would seem the deer fly season has begun as well. They're out today. They're not biting and seem to be respecting DEET, but the black flies, on the other hand, seem to be completely immune to it, which hopefully they're not around much. But yeah, we're going through here. I may take a break and just save the battery on the camera for more exciting stuff, but you get the gist of where I am at this point. A lot of this. And I know a lot of people want to say that's all structures and stuff, but it's not. It's deadfall. It falls that way. Despite what certain YouTubers will tell you. I'm starting to ramble a little bit, so I'm going to take a break on the camera and focus on the job at hand. And good news is my feet are getting feeling back now. Found a clearing or something. So we're going to continue. Yeah, we're going to take a break now. Explore this is a slightly new stretch of territory. So just curious what's over here, since this is actually, I explored this last year. It's another one of the strand of the river system, but let's go have a look. We're already there. Damn bear mist makes it sound like I got a cowbell on. Yeah, it's another river system. I'll show in full glory once I get. Not sure where this one goes, but basically this. And for the sake of the argument, there's an interesting tree break over there, but natural probably, and then this is what we just came through. and are about to head back through. I just wanted to get this, although this is photo worthy. We're gonna take a photography. We've kind of changed trails. Get a few pictures of this too. Kind of a so we're gonna take a break again. Bear with us. A little bit deeper in, but as far in as we are, and moose poo. Moose poo. We are noting songbirds, so there's probably nothing around so far. So this may be just a walk in the woods today, but we are, even though we're on a trail to make the vernacular, we're off the beaten path. This isn't an area where a lot of people hike, only because you have to cross a lot of, like I said, I'm wearing water shoes for a reason. I actually put yak tracks on for traction when you're crossing the rivers, because there's an element of slipperiness, an element of the current, and that water is not to be underestimated as far as chilly. Maybe summer, but... And we're back. So we're back along the trail now. River water is not... For some reason I get confused making the video. This is segment 3. We're in this stuff now. There's more of a trail here, but it's still... I guess you could kind of... This is, I guess, a forestry service road, but knowing where they all connect, how the hell you would get in here without gate access is a very good question. We did a drone pop-up, and you've got the river that's running kind of to our right over here, and other than that, it's a lot of trees. There's not really a lot of discernible open area. We're fairly, actually it's right over there, but the point is, you're fairly deep in the forest right now, and there's a lot of tree cover, not a lot of, so that might curtail the drone's use to like basically just a couple of quick pop-ups to see what's in the neighborhood. But other than that, we are, yeah, I'll pan a little bit that way, that's more scenic. So I'll walk along and show you that. But so far I'll just keep panning to where things are. I just saw a hawk fly by. I think we've hiked this once before last year, but it's an area I'd pop the drone up here, but frankly it's going to get kind of boxed in the trees and the obstacle avoidance, but also we're not that far from where we popped up the first time, and it's not really a lot there. A lot of tree cover, not really open space other than the road, if you call this a road. My better half wouldn't. I consider it one, but and just pan back and forth every now and then. Otherwise, we'll take a break. This section isn't really... There's a... bear with me. I can never do this thing right. I don't know if we're getting him. That's a newt if we're getting him. Yeah, we'll just do this. Come here, you. There you go. Little newt, they're fairly common as he tries to make his getaway. Put him back down. But anyway, so little wildlife. Fairly common though. Yeah, I think we're going to take a break again, only because there's not a lot going on in here after we... Damn it. I'm very bad at this. There's this. God damn it. So there's this. And I'll leave you